What makes Germany one of the most financially stable countries in the world, even during tough times? When energy prices spiked and inflation shook Europe in 2022 and 2023, many nations struggled with rising debt. Yet in Germany, households tightened their budgets, saved even more, and somehow managed to stay calm. This is not luck. It is a culture. Germans have a way of treating money that is both cautious and creative. They see saving not as a sacrifice but as a smart habit, almost like brushing your teeth or locking the front door. It's part of everyday life. But here's the surprising part. It's not just about being frugal. Germany's strength comes from a mix of history, government policies, and everyday choices that keep people financially steady. From automatic savings to public transport reforms that lower costs, Germans show us money management in ways that are both practical and inspiring. In this article, we'll explore these unique habits and what the world can learn from them. Because the real story of German money management isn't about penny pinching, it's about building freedom and peace of mind. To understand German saving culture, we need to go back a few decades. After World War II, Germany faced scarcity and rebuilding. Entire generations grew up with a mindset shaped by rationing and the devastation of hyperinflation during the 1920s. From that hardship came two values that still influence money today: Ordnung, order, and nicht verschwenden, do not waste. This historical memory created a society where financial planning and thrift became part of national identity. Over time, banks introduced savings programs, and government reforms like the Riester pension in the 2000s encouraged long-term investing. By 2024, Germany was known for having one of the highest household savings rates in Europe and relatively low personal debt compared to countries like the US. But history alone doesn't explain everything. Recent crises, rising inflation, energy shortages, and global uncertainty have tested these values, showing how Germans adapt their financial habits without losing balance. If this history surprised you, hit like and share in the comments. Do you think your country's past also shapes how people handle money today? Core savings and money management practices. Inside the German wallet, habits that turn spare change into security. When it comes to money, Germans don't just think about today. They think about next month, next year, and even the next generation. Their saving and money management practices may look strict from the outside, but inside Germany, they're seen as normal, even comforting. Why just in case isn't fear, it's freedom. Meet Marie, a young teacher in Hamburg. The first thing she does when her salary arrives is move 10% into a separate savings account. She doesn't touch it, and she doesn't feel deprived. It makes me feel safe, she says. This is typical in Germany. Many households aim to save around 10% of income as a rule, no matter how small. Economists call this precautionary saving. Germans see it as freedom, knowing that when the unexpected happens, they won't need to panic. How the system rewards planning. Germany's culture of saving is supported by the state. Pension programs like the Riester pension give people tax breaks or bonuses if they save for retirement. Families like Marcus's in Berlin also benefit from policies such as affordable public transport. He still remembers the summer of 2022 when the government introduced a €9 nationwide transport ticket. That one policy freed up hundreds of euros in his family budget, money that went straight into savings. Comparing, calculating, choosing. Germans rarely accept the first offer. Lena, a student in Frankfurt, uses online comparison sites before picking an energy provider or insurance plan. She knows even small differences in monthly bills add up over time. This habit of questioning, comparing, and choosing carefully protects households from hidden costs. It's less about bargain hunting and more about financial clarity. When crisis comes, Germans pivot. During the recent energy crisis, Peter and Sabine, a retired couple in Leipzig, made changes quickly. They lowered the thermostat, wore warmer clothes, and canceled one streaming service. They didn't enjoy cutting back, but they avoided dipping into debt. Across Germany, many households reacted the same way, protecting savings first, adjusting lifestyle second. In short, this reflects a deep cultural value: debt avoidance. While in many countries credit cards are an everyday tool, in Germany they are often viewed with suspicion. The preference? Use what you have, not what you don't. Germans often save 10% of their income automatically. Could you do the same? Drop a comment with a percentage you'd feel comfortable saving each month. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-world money habits. More than frugality, the unexpected money secrets Germany shares with the world. When most people think of Germans, they imagine penny pinchers counting coins. But the truth is far more interesting. Their saving habits aren't just about spending less, they're about spending differently. Instead of chasing the newest gadget, many Germans prefer to buy one high-quality product that lasts for years. Anna, a student in Cologne, jokes that her winter coat is older than my degree. Repairing, reusing, and choosing durability is normal, not embarrassing. This buy once, buy well mindset quietly builds savings over time. Another less-known secret is the role of infrastructure in saving. The €9 transport ticket in 2022 showed how a single policy can free up money across millions of households. Cheaper commutes meant more cash for food, rent, or savings. It proved that saving isn't always about cutting, it can be about better systems. Diversity also matters. Germans spread their money across pensions, insurance, real estate, and even sustainable investments. Many use automation, monthly transfers into savings or retirement accounts, so they never see the money they're saving. This reduces temptation and makes good habits effortless. Germans don't see these choices as sacrifices. They see them as smart, almost automatic. What German households are really doing with their money. Recent studies show how these habits play out today. Record savings. In 2024, German households reached some of the highest savings rates in Europe, even while facing inflation. Low debt. Unlike many countries, Germans keep personal debt low. Credit cards exist, but they are rarely used as a way to survive tough months. Cost of living response. A 2025 consumer survey revealed that Germans expect the economy to worsen, but instead of borrowing, they plan to cut back spending. Essentials and non-essentials alike are adjusted before debt becomes an option. Financial literacy gaps. According to the OECD, overall financial knowledge is strong, but not equal. Women, lower-income groups, and some regions like East Germany still feel less confident about retirement planning. The numbers confirm what the stories already suggest. In Germany, saving is not a side task. It is built into daily choices, supported by policy, and strong enough to survive crises. Germans save at some of the highest rates in Europe. Do you track your own savings rate? Tell us in the comments. And if you want more insights like this, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. From Berlin to your living room, German saving tricks you can use today. You don't have to live in Germany to benefit from these habits. The lessons are simple, but powerful, and they can work in almost any country. 1. Pay yourself first. Just like many Germans, set aside a small percentage of your income, 5%, 10%, or whatever you can manage, the moment your paycheck arrives. Treat it like a bill you must pay, except this bill is to your future self. 2. Compare before you commit. Whether it's energy bills, insurance, or even phone plans, Germans are masters at switching providers to save. A few hours of research can save hundreds over a year. 3. Think long-term, not short-term. Buy fewer items, but better ones that last longer. Repair when possible. This avoids hidden spending over time. 4. Prepare for crisis, not after it arrives. Even a small emergency fund can protect you from debt when surprises happen. Saving doesn't mean living smaller. It means living smarter, with more freedom and less fear about tomorrow. Can you save too much? The quiet downsides of Germany's money culture. Of course, even strong habits have drawbacks. Some economists argue that Germany's high savings reduce spending inside the country, slowing economic growth. Others note that not everyone has equal access to saving tools. Low-income households and younger workers often find it harder to put money aside, especially with high rents in cities like Berlin or Munich. And while avoiding debt is usually good, it can also mean missing opportunities to invest or grow wealth. In short, Germany's model works well, but it isn't perfect for everyone everywhere. Germany shows us that money management is more than numbers. It's culture, history, and everyday choices. From post-war lessons in resilience to modern policies that lower costs, Germans have built a system where saving is natural, not forced. In times of crisis, they don't rely on credit. They rely on preparation. That's why their finances stay steady when others feel shaken. Remember, you don't need to copy Germany exactly, but you can borrow the mindset. Financial peace doesn't come from spending more, it comes from planning better. If you're ready to try one German habit this month, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more smart money lessons, and share it with a friend who could use a financial boost.